Who is this clown?
Not clown, Joker.
Hey there guys, this is Richard, your host with another marvelous video. Hey fellow comic book enthusiasts, let's venture into the tumultuous world of the infamous Joker, known and feared as Gotham's clown prince of crime. Today, we're about to embark on a riveting exploration through all the variants of his twisted tale, covering the classic comic panels and the mind-bending movies. From his dapper gangster vibes to the unhinged lunatic, we're breaking down the evolution of the Joker's appearance, purple suits, green hair, and that maniacal grin. But it's not just about the looks. Let's unravel the layers of his character, from the tragic to the downright terrifying.
Now let's welcome our host, the clown prince of crime, the Joker!
And we can't forget the powers, or lack thereof. Is he a superhuman force or just a regular guy with an extraordinary talent for chaos? Grab your popcorn and join us as we unravel the mystery behind the makeup and madness that is the Joker. It's going to be a wild ride, folks, so let's get started. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
Arrest Batman and Robin. What for, pray? For illegal parties.
The original Joker. We're diving into the twisted world of the Joker, Batman's nightmare and Gotham City's resident lunatic. This guy's not your run-of-the-mill villain. He's a serial-killing, supervillain extraordinaire who's got a thing for clown get-ups and causing absolute chaos. Picture this: malicious plots, wacky gadgets, and a smile that's more sinister than an abandoned dark basement. The Joker's got it all. He's the arch-nemesis of the Caped Crusader and Gotham's living nightmare. This dude doesn't need a reason for his crimes. He just wants to mess with your head and show you how messed up life is, all while rocking that creepy Joker smile. He's not just a nutjob with makeup. The Joker's a genius criminal mastermind who's given Batman more grief than a bad breakup. And the guy's got no chill. He's all about pain, death, and reshaping the world in his messed up image. How did he become this psychopath? He fell into a chemical bath. Classic crazy guy move, right? But here's the kicker. His origin, name, and why he's so damn crazy. Total mystery. The Joker's like the ultimate enigma wrapped up in a purple suit. Get ready for a wild ride into the unknown with this grinning madman. Batman Who Laughs. We're diving into the freakiest Batman version ever, the Batman Who Laughs. And predictably enough, he's not your typical Dark Knight. He's a Bruce Wayne from the Dark Multiverse. You know, the twisted twin of our regular multiverse. So, how did he become the stuff of nightmares? Batman gets a taste of a toxin that slowly turns him into a psycho version of the Joker. Yep, you heard that right. Batman goes full-on nutso but retains his brilliant mind. Talk about a wild mix. This dude ends up being the ringleader of the Dark Knights during a Dark Multiverse invasion. He's not just a pawn. He killed the heroes of his world, became Barbatos's right-hand man, and later took charge of the infected Secret Six. Forget saving the day. This guy's out here wrecking it. But wait, there's more. The Batman Who Laughs goes cosmic, gains some serious power, and becomes a legitimate threat to the entire multiverse. We're talking about the closest we've come to the Joker obliterating the whole DC universe. It gives us the chills just thinking about it and bringing this nightmare-inducing version to the big screen. That'd be a cinematic roller coaster we'd pay big bucks to ride. Martha Wayne, prepare to have your mind twisted. We're talking about Flashpoint, where Batman isn't Bruce, and his poor parents are living a Shakespearean-level tragedy. So get this, instead of Martha and Thomas Wayne meeting their maker in the alley, it's Bruce who bites the dust. Their grief? Unimaginable. Martha, poor thing, goes totally off the deep end. Therapy? Yeah, not helping. So, what does she do? She cuts her cheeks to rock that Joker grin. Thomas, in all his heartbreak, has to send her to a mental asylum. But guess what? She breaks out and goes full-on Joker. Imagine the craziness. Thomas's Batman's not chasing some random clown. He's after his own wife now. Thomas Wayne, grieving dad turned Caped Crusader, is out there trying to stop his wife from causing chaos. And Martha? Well, she's not just your run-of-the-mill Joker. She's willing to harm kids too, and her story ultimately ends with a cliff dive near Wayne Manor. Talk about a messed-up family reunion. But here's the kicker. Martha's not just some lunatic. She's a tragic figure who snapped after the worst kind of accident. It's like a deeply depressing Shakespearean tragedy that hits you right in the feels. Martha's story? Truly gut-wrenching. Alfred Joker. Hold on to your Batmobiles because we're diving into a mind-bender. In Whatever Happened to Caped Crusader, Alfred spills the tea on how Bruce was going nuts with his crime fighting, hardly catching any bad guys. So, what does our loyal butler do? Well, he decides Bruce needs a challenge, and who better for the job than Alfred himself? Yeah, you heard us right. Alfred dons the purple suit, slaps on some clown makeup, and becomes the Joker. But here's the twist. It's not to cause chaos. Alfred, in his Joker outfit, isn't out to wreck Gotham just for kicks. No, sir. He's doing it all out of love for Bruce. The guy puts on the maniacal smile to push Batman to be an even greater hero. Crazy, right? Alfred's risking lives and stirring up trouble, all to make Bruce feel like he's doing something worthwhile. He also admits that he's the mastermind behind all those messed up villains Batman's been dealing with. Why? Well, because Bruce was too damn powerful for regular crooks, and Alfred was scared he'd lose his marbles if he weren't challenged. It's like a twisted act of tough love, all to keep Batman from going off the deep end. Talk about a plot twist.
I'm the king of the world!
Emperor Joker. Alright folks, buckle up for Emperor Joker, where the Clown Prince pulls off his craziest stunt yet. So there's this fifth-dimensional guy, Mr. Mxyzptlk, who's all about using his ultra-dangerous abilities to play harmless pranks. But guess what? The Joker manages to capture over 99.99% of his reality-warping powers forcibly. Bam! Suddenly, the Joker's rocking near omnipotence and decides to play Sims with the whole universe. Now, he's not just any supervillain. He's the puppet master of reality. Imagine having the power to wipe out everything and leave it as a creepy, desolate wasteland. Oh, and here's the kicker. You can kill Batman every single day in some messed up way, only to bring him back the next day. It's like a twisted game of heroes and villains, but with the Joker at the wheel. But here's the kicker. Joker can't resist bringing Batman back to life every time he dies. It's like he's got a separation anxiety from his favorite punching bag. The dude's got the power to end the world, but he can't bear to lose Batman for good. It's like the ultimate toxic relationship, but on a cosmic scale. Emperor Joker's chaos meets sentimentality, even when reality's just a playground for the Clown Prince. TwoFace Joker. Alright, gather around for some Elseworld madness, where Batman's attempt to fix Harvey Dent's Two-Face ends up being a one-way ticket to Crazyville. Picture this. Bruce is playing mad scientist, trying to cure Two-Face. But guess what? Instead of fixing Harvey, he accidentally whips up a more crazed version of himself, the Joker. Such a Bruce thing to do, right? Well, here's the thing. Batman decides to be the guinea pig, testing the cure on himself, but it backfires big time. Now he's transforming into the Joker, like a split personality nightmare. Talk about an identity crisis. But here's where it gets seriously messed up. To stop the Joker crime spree, Batman takes the darkest turn. He kills himself. Yeah, you heard us right. Bruce Wayne, the Caped Crusader, bites the dust to end the Joker madness. And let us tell you, it's even more gut-wrenching than the classic tale of his parents meeting a sticky end. Elseworld is where superheroes turn into their own worst nightmares, and the line between good and evil gets blurrier than Gotham in a blackout. It's like a tragic Shakespearean play, only with more capes and way less happy endings. Hyena. So, back in the day, Marvel and DC had this epic showdown, Marvel vs. DC. Boom! The universes collided, and we got this mashup called Amalgam. Batman and Wolverine rolled into one badass hero named Dark Claw. But wait, it gets crazier. Meet Hyena, the twisted love child of the Joker and Sabretooth. This dude's got it all. Joker's maniacal laughter, love for chaos, plus Sabretooth's super strength and healing abilities. It's like they threw chaos and brutality in a blender. He's not just your average clown-faced psycho. No, he's packing firearms with razor-sharp claws and even rolled with his gang, the Pack. This guy's no joke, and he's not just around for laughs. He's a ruthless fighter and killer, and thanks to that healing factor, he's like the Joker on steroids, if the Joker ever hits the gym, that is. Imagine the chase he caused. But hold on to your capes, folks. Hyena didn't stick around too long. They split him back into his original parts before he could wreck the place too much. But dang, he's one of the craziest villains the Amalgam universe cooked up, a psychotic force to be reckoned with, blending the worst of both worlds. Jokester. We're flipping the script in the wild world of Earth 3. Forget the usual Joker chaos. Here, we've got the Jokester, the hero Gotham didn't know it needed. In a world where the crime syndicate runs the show instead of the Justice League, our dude Jokester is the beacon of hope. He's not causing mayhem, he's using his wacky skills for good. The Jokester's got Owlman, the evil Batman, scratching his head. And the plot twist? Well, he's got a thing going with Two-Face's counterpart and even popped out a kid with her. That's right, imagine that. Oh, what makes him a hero? Well, the Jokester's just a regular guy who's not afraid to stand up to the thuggish vigilante ways of Owlman. He's like the voice of the frustrated Gothamites, giving Owlman a piece of his mind. But here's the gut punch. Good old Jokester meets his end when he decides to throw down in a direct showdown. There are no superpowers to save him. No, he's just a regular guy fighting for what's right. Oh, and you know what? The Jokester proves that not all Jokers are out for chaos. Sometimes you just get a hero in clown makeup, cracking jokes for justice. The Laughing Man. Alright, land livers, get ready for a wild tale from Detective Comics Annual, where Gotham's big shots trade in their capes for pirate hats. Picture this. Instead of Batman, we got Captain Leatherwing sailing the high seas. And who's his seafaring arch-nemesis? The Laughing Man, a Joker lookalike with a penchant for piratical chaos. Now, he isn't your typical Joker-esque guy. Laughing Man's not out to sow chaos for chaos's sake. No, he's got his crazy eye set on Captain Leatherwing's secret treasure cove. It's like a treasure hunt gone bonkers, with swords and ships instead of maps. Laughing Man isn't your regular old prankster. He's a sadistic, white-faced pirate who's dead set on ruining Leatherwing. They're locked in some intense sword fights, battling it out on the high seas like it's a pirate blockbuster. The climax? Leatherwing stabs Laughing Man right through the chest and bam! He's done for. They pin his lifeless body to the ship's mast like some macabre trophy. It's like a pirate soap opera with a dash of Gotham madness. Because who needs Batman when you've got Captain Leatherwing and the Laughing Man dueling it out on the open seas? Jack Napier. Let's hit you with some Batman White Knight craziness. So, the Joker, or should we say Jack Napier, takes a U-turn and goes sane. Yeah, you heard it right. The guy decides to become the White Knight and starts a whole crusade against Batman. Talk about a plot twist. After some significant plastic surgery, Napier rallies the troops to bring the Batman to justice. But here's the kicker. He's not just out for revenge. He's got this whole crazy conspiracy theory about Gotham's 1% using crime and Batman as a cash cow. According to him, they're letting supercriminals run amok to scare folks into paying taxes, all while neglecting to actually fix the real issues. Surprisingly enough, this Joker's not just some lunatic, he's actually matching wits with the Dark Knight. But let's not forget, he's still got some screws loose. Dude's a narcissist dealing with dysthymia and a schizoid personality disorder. Add a sprinkle of chemical imbalance, and you've got a recipe for one messed up mental cocktail. Now, the big question is, can a sane Joker take down Batman for good? It's like a psychological showdown. Who knows, maybe the White Knight might just outsmart the Dark Knight. Gangster Joker. Alright, let's lay out the craziness from the Damned series, where the Joker isn't just a clown, he's a hardcore gangster and the terror of Gotham. Picture this. After a stint in an insane asylum, he goes on a revenge spree, wiping out mobsters left and right to reclaim his turf. But guess what? His murderous antics catch the eye of none other than Two-Face, Harvey Dent himself. Dent sees the Joker as a nasty disease Gotham can't afford to catch again. So they decide to settle things up, man to man. In the showdown, Joker pulls a fast one and threatens to off one of Dent's split personalities. Talk about playing dirty. Desperate, Dent flashes the bat signal, begging Batman for backup. The Dark Knight follows the signal and traces the Joker to a bridge. Here's where it gets wild. Batman's bleeding out, facing death, and there's the Joker, popping up from under the bridge, laughing like a maniac. It's like a twisted game of cat and mouse, with Gotham's underworld hanging in the balance. He was damned, indeed. Bizarro Joker. Alright, buckle up for the wild ride that is Bizarro World. So we got Bizarro 3, a dude who can clone himself and make these wonky Bizarro versions of folks from Earth. And guess what? He cooks up a Bizarro Joker. Picture him, mottled grey skin, limbs that look like they've been through a blender, the whole shebang. Now, this isn't your typical Joker. Bizarro Joker is like the poster child for being the opposite of normal. His behavior? It's like a middle finger to logic and common sense. Everything he says, it's the opposite of what he really means. It's like trying to have a conversation with a word salad that's playing a game of charades. Imagine the chaos. A planetoid full of these Bizarro versions and the Bizarro Joker leading the parade of craziness. It's like Gotham's twisted reflection in a funhouse mirror. Because, why settle for one Joker when you can have a whole planet of crazies, right? Vampire Joker. It's time to hold on to your capes, folks. Because we're diving into Bloodstorm, where Gotham gets hit with a vamp attack led by none other than Dracula. But guess what? Batman's not just playing detective. He's getting in on the vampire action and becomes part bloodsucker himself. Now, here comes the twist. The Joker, the clown prince of chaos, decides to recruit Dracula's old vampire gang and take over Gotham's underworld. Talk about ambitious, right? It's like having a vampire mob takeover, with the Joker leading the creepy charge. But Batman's not having it. With his last shred of humanity completely lost, he goes full vamp and takes down the Joker. Neck snapping and blood drinking ensue, with Batman making sure the Joker stays dead by stabbing him right in the heart. And just to be extra sure, he shatters some church window so the Joker's corpse doesn't pull a supernatural comeback. Imagine the insanity. Batman, the vampire vigilante, going face to fang with the Joker, the vamp mob boss. It's like a Twilight film gone horribly wrong, with Gotham caught in the middle. Blood, fangs, and maniacal laughter. Just another day in the Joker's life. Joker of Wildstorm universe. Buckle up, fellow clown fans, because we're talking about Pagliacci, the Joker of the Wildstorm universe. The Joker we know and fear, on steroids, with a side of Italian fencing flair. This guy's not just your average clown-faced lunatic. He's a post-human thrill killer with a body count that could make your head spin. We're talking triple digits. Picture this. He's rocking the classic rapier and dagger combo, making him a nightmare to hit. It's like trying to catch smoke in your hands. Now, this deranged killer was part of a sketchy alliance, a meeting that went south real quick and turned into the worst massacre in New York City's history. During this chaos, Pagliacci decides to crash the NYPD's makeshift triage center in a nightclub. And what does he do next? He starts gleefully killing medical and paramedical folks and finishes off the wounded and dying. Talk about taking madness to a whole new level. But guess what? Our maniacal clown doesn't escape justice. He gets nabbed by a brave police officer, putting an end to his killing spree. It's like something out of a horror movie, but unfortunately, it's just another day in the life of Gotham's worst nightmare. Laughing Man, Earth 1927. Okay, buckle up for the creepy tale of the Laughing Man, basically the Joker gone cybernetic. In his twisted brilliance, Dr. Arkham cobbles together this murderous prototype cyborg using body parts from his patients. You heard that right. The guy's aiming for the perfect mix of man and machine. Now, this Laughing Man isn't just some lab experiment gone wrong. Arkham puts him to work, using him as a killing machine to take out his enemies. It's like Frankenstein's monster, but with a homicidal clown twist. But here's the kicker. The Laughing Man's not just a killing tool, he's also the star of Arkham's psychomantic seances. Picture that. Crazy seances where Arkham claims to see the past and future. It's like a circus of madness, with the Laughing Man as the main act. But of course, all good things, or in this case, bad things, come to an end. The Nosferatu steps in, stops the Laughing Man and ends his cyborg reign of terror. It's like a horror movie with a cybernetic twist. And with this, Gotham's craziness hits a whole new level. Bruce Wayne, last laugh. Get ready for the mind-bending trip that is DC's Last Laugh universe. So, we got Bruce Wayne, born into riches but dealt a crappy hand with abusive parents. The guy snaps and kills his folks, but in his twisted mind, he thinks it was the Joker who did the dirty deed. Now, here's where it gets nuts. Bruce cooks up this whole narrative where he's off training to be a crime fighter, thinking he's Batman. But, plot twist, Batman and the Joker are actually his own personalities. The dude's basically fighting crime and causing chaos with himself. As Batman, he's convinced he's the hero Gotham needs. Reality check though. He's just a loony vigilante, and his nemesis is none other than his own alter ego, the Joker. It's like a circus of insanity playing out in Bruce's head. But wait for it, Bruce decides he's had enough and tries to kill the Joker persona. Now, surprise, surprise, the Joker pulls back the curtain, spills the truth, and exposes Bruce's superhero fantasy as a total sham. Facing the harsh reality, Bruce Wayne decides to end it all. It's like a tragic circus act with Batman, the Joker, and a poor, unsuspecting guy stuck in the middle. Curtis Bass. Okay, check this out. We've got a businessman, Curtis Bass, going full-on nutjob. The dude decides to step into the shoes of one of Gotham's finest, the Joker. Thinking the original Joker kicked the bucket, he slaps on a lifelike mask and goes on a crime spree, thinking he's the new clown prince of crime. But here's the twist. It turns out the OG Joker's not buried in a casket yet. He's alive and kicking, ready to reclaim his title. Bass and the real Joker end up in a turf war for the exclusive right to be the Joker. Now, Bass, not the brightest bulb, tries to recreate the accident that made the Joker by diving into a vat of corrosive chemicals. Spoiler alert, it doesn't end well for him. The acid mix turns out to be way nastier than what created the original Joker. So, Bass doesn't get a cool new look, he straight up dissolves into a puddle. It's like a bad episode of a clown-themed soap opera. Gotham's got its fair share of wannabe Jokers, but not all of them can handle the acid trip in more ways than one. Joker King. Check out Doug Tan's wild ride. The kid grows up idolizing the Joker and joins the Joker's gang at 12, thinking he's the next big thing. Fast forward, he becomes a big shot in the Jokers but realizes they're somewhat aimless. So what's a Joker wannabe to do? Get himself arrested, of course. But here's the kicker. He gets released, and instead of getting his act together, he skips out on mental health meds and dives right back into all that Joker's chaos. Classic crazed move, right? Doug even becomes the puppet master, rallying Jokers from all corners to converge on Gotham, like a clown army convention. But guess what? Batman swoops in and tries to clean up the mess. Doug ends up biting the dust, leaving behind a legacy that's a mix of tragedy and craziness. It's like a punk rock version of Gotham Gone Wild, with Doug Tan playing the chaotic conductor. Old Man Joker. Let's talk about the Earth 2 Joker, a guy who outlived the original Batman and made it his life's mission to keep the city's chaos alive. This dude's sheer determination to wage war against Wayne and all his successors is what kept him kicking for way longer than his buddies. As the years piled on, he turned into a feeble old-timer, unable to keep up the fight himself. So, what does he do? Cooks up a plan to bring back TwoFace, figuring he needs some backup to keep the madness going. And guess what? He targets the face of Gotham's current district attorney, thinking it's a genius move. But here comes Helena Wayne, the Huntress, ready to end this clown's reign of chaos. She marches into his turf, aiming to finish him once and for all. And, well, karma's a real thing. The Joker zaps himself with his own joy buzzer while trying to take down Helena. In the end, the Earth 2 Joker pulls off a wild move. He not only gets the Huntress to cross the moral line into attempted murder, but also ends up enjoying his own demise. Talk about a twisted victory lap for the old clown. 3 Jokers. Strap in for the 3 Jokers roller coaster. This comic is like a wild joyride through Batman's worst nightmare. So, Batman is on the hunt for the Joker, right? But here's the kicker. The dude's pulling off crimes all over Gotham at the same time. It's like a clown crime spree with a twist. And just when Batman's scratching his head, boom. It turns out there isn't one, but 3 Jokers causing chaos. We've got the criminal, the methodical brainiac from the Golden Age, the comedian, the goofy prankster from the Silver Age, and the clown, the downright evil psychopath from the Bronze and Modern Age, who's all about chaos. These Jokers are not just content with being a trio with terror. Oh no, they're out to create more Jokers, like comedians copying each other's material. It's like a messed up comedy club, but instead of laughs, you get mayhem. It's a showdown of the ages, with the Dark Knight caught in the middle. Batman's got his hands full, and Gotham's in for a circus of chaos. It's the kind of comic that's so bonkers, you can't help but buckle up and enjoy the ride. Joker, Earth 31. Now check out the scene on Earth 31. We've got an older-than-dirt Joker spending a chilled decade in Arkham Asylum, basically asleep at the wheel. But hold the phone. News breaks that Batman's back in business, and suddenly Mr. J wakes up from his stupor. This crafty clown plays mind games with his shrink, convincing the doc that he's all cured and it's Batman who's got the issues. Such a Joker move, right? So, Batman gets a wake-up call when he finds out the Joker's back in the game. Cue a showdown in a hall of mirrors. Talk about dramatic. Batman and Joker throw down, and things spill into a sewer. Not holding back. Batman breaks the Joker's neck just enough to paralyze him. But here's the kicker. In a final act of twisted revenge, the Joker literally pulls off a deadly twist. He manages to end himself, framing Batman for his murder. It's like a dark, messed up dance between the Bat and the Clown Prince. Gotham's got its share of crazy stories, but this one sure takes the cake. The British Joker. Jarvis Poker was Britain's own knockoff Joker. Now, Jarvis wasn't the violent nutjob like the OG Joker. No, he was more of a merry prankster. So it turns out Jarvis is on a ticking clock. The dude's dying with only a few weeks left. And what does he do? He goes on a spree of daylight robberies, all because some talk show host dissed him as a cheap British Joker. But unfortunately, nobody really took him seriously. It's like a slapstick heist, with a dying clown as the lead act. But the real Joker isn't having it. He's peeved that Jarvis is using his name and that everyone across the pond is just a bit too comical for his taste. So, Joker decides to crash the party, kidnap Jarvis, and plot to murder every hero in Britain. Now, here's where it gets heavy. Joker unleashes an army of mind-controlled minions, chaos ensues, and Jarvis, in a surprising twist, tries to save the day. The comical villain dies in the process, and the heroes and villains of Great Britain give him a proper send-off, eulogies and all that jazz. Jarvis Poker might have been the knockoff, but he went out like a hero, not just a whimsical joke. Man Who Laughs. Gather around for the French twist on the Joker, Norman Rodrigue, or as they call him, the Man Who Laughs. Now, his name is actually an anagram of Grant Morrison, the brain behind Batman and Robin. Plus, it's a nod to that spooky 1928 film, The Man Who Laughs, that inspired the whole Joker thing. So, Norman's birth wasn't exactly sunshine and rainbows. His mom checked out right after he popped into the world, and his dad, who was bonkers, turned the poor baby into a messed up art project. How? Well, by slicing away his lips. Eternal smile, but not the kind of baby pictures you'd put on the fridge. Fast forward to adulthood, and Norman decides to serve up some cold revenge on his dad by giving him the same cut-up treatment and turning him into a macabre art display. Now, to spice things up, Norman decides to play a little game with the heroes. He unleashes Paris's craziest villains, throws in a gas bomb that makes him look like the Son of Man, and sits back to watch the chaos unfold. It's like a French horror flick with a touch of dark comedy. Joker, Injustice. And buckle up for one twisted ride in the Injustice saga, where the Joker isn't just messing with Batman, but he's got Superman in his sadistic crosshairs. This time, it's Superman's world turned upside down, so the Joker uses a fear toxin to make the Man of Steel believe Lois is Doomsday. Imagine the shock when Superman, thinking he's saving the day, ends up violently killing his own pregnant wife. But wait, the Joker's got a sick encore. He's rigged Lois with a trigger that turns Metropolis into a war zone. Now, picture this intense interrogation scene between Batman and the Joker. Fueled by rage and grief, Superman breaks through, causing a fiery explosion with his heat vision. The Joker, always the instigator, pushes Supes to the edge. And what does Superman do? He punches through the Joker's chest, eyes glowing red in pure anger. It's brutal, it's raw, and it's a jaw-dropper. Fast forward 5 years, and the fallout is real. A group of rebels, calling themselves the Joker Clan, rise in the aftermath of Metropolis's destruction. The whole story isn't exactly bedtime material, but man, it's a roller coaster of grief and gore that'll leave you on the edge of your seat. Mr. J. Alright, gather around for the wild tale about Mr. J and Harley Quinn during the Great Depression. In fact, his name was given to him by his one and only insane but intense lover. Picture this power duo, living the high life as thieves, flipping the bird to the economic slump. But you know how stories go, things take a nosedive. Mr. J, once the charmer, takes a dark turn. He's drowning in booze, getting all broody and mad. And it's not just regular drinks, he's into potions and elixirs too now, like straight up obsession mode. So they decide to spice things up and head to the bayou, chasing after this legendary drink called the Belle of the Bug. Word on the street is Batgirl spilled the tea on this one. After that bayou encounter, Mr. J goes off the deep end. Harley spills the beans. Mr. J's not the same man anymore, and she decides to hit the road. It's like a twisted mix of Bonnie and Clyde gone sideways. Mr. J spirals into darkness, all thanks to his quest for the ultimate brew. And of course, Harley wouldn't want to be with a knockoff Joker who couldn't match her level of crazy. Joker Jr. Meet Joker Jr., the not-so-family-friendly imitation of the real deal. This dude didn't actually pop out of Joker's chaotic lineage. He was cooked up to mimic the Clown Prince of Crime. Joker Jr. actually hails from Cygnus 4019, a planet where folks are hooked on Earth's superhero news feeds like it's reality TV. He joins the gang, a bunch of wannabes itching to be like the superpowered celebs on TV. Things get crazy when Joker Jr.'s parents get off in an attempt to Jokerify him, but the joke's on them. It doesn't work. Later, he gets a chemical bath that gives him the Joker's look and feel. The gang, now intergalactic rebels, nabs a spaceship and cruises down to Earth. They snatch Robin, and that's when Joker Jr. spills the beans on the gang's origin story, clarifying he's not on board with their criminal plans. The superheroes get the lowdown, and Joker Jr. pulls a Houdini, leaving the ship in a landing pod. Of course, the gang's leader catches wind of Joker Jr.'s betrayal and sends the gang after him. It's like a spacefaring circus of chaos, and Joker Jr.'s dancing on the line between imitation and rebellion. Imposter Joker. Okay, check this out. Winslow Heath got a front row ticket to the Chaos Parade when he took a near-lethal dose of Joker venom. Instead of a one-way ticket to the afterlife, the dude's face got a permanent makeover, a la Joker style. Talk about a chemical cosmetic surgery gone rogue. Now here's the kicker. Winslow survives, but he's stuck in a coma, thanks to a cocktail of drugs in his system. Fast forward a few years and Mr. Heath finally wakes up from his involuntary nap. And guess what? He's got a serious grudge against the Cape Crusader for not looking up the Joker for good. So what does our man Winslow do? He turns into the infamous Joker Imposter, giving Dick Grayson's Batman a run for his money. Heath's got a bone to pick, and he's bringing the Joker vibes to the table. And by the way, that last name? It's totally a nod to the late Heath Ledger, a little touch of tribute in the midst of all the chaos. It's like a twisted plotline straight out of Gotham, with Winslow Heath stepping into the Joker's shoes, ready to dance with the Bat. Let the imposter games begin. Joker, Stan Lee's Joker. So imagine a world where Stan Lee takes the reins at DC, and you get this twisted take on the Joker, or should we say, the choker. Yeah, not the punchline spewing clown we're used to, but a menacing maniac with a thing for choking the life out of folks. In the wild realm of Tales from Earth 6, Gotham's trembling in fear of this dude who's all about strangling anyone unlucky enough to cross his path. Sure, he might not be cracking jokes, but he's dialed up on the terror scale, determined to squeeze the life out of everything and everyone. Picture Stan Lee's Batman, the legendary writer's take on the Dark Knight, going head-to-head with this choker fellow. It's like Batman's facing off with a version of the Joker who skipped the circus and went straight to the madness. It's a crazy, breath-stealing showdown that flips the whole Joker game on its head, paying homage to the OG while crafting something entirely new. So grab your cape and get ready for a Gotham where laughter takes a backseat and it's all about the chokehold of chaos. Batman style. Joker, Batman, Noel. Now, buckle up for a Christmas tale with the Joker that's more twisted than a string of holiday lights. So it's Christmas Eve, and the Joker's in full-on maniac mode, pulling off his usual homicidal stunts. He even rigs the Batmobile to explode when Bats tries to turn off the security. It's a classic crazed Joker move, isn't it? But here's the kicker. The clown also kidnaps Batman, burying him alive in Gotham Cemetery. While he's out there causing chaos, Batman breaks free and crashes Joker's little shindig. It all goes down in a confrontation with a former henchman who's lost something crucial to the Joker. Picture this. Batman busts through the window, takes the Joker down, and the henchman grabs a gun, flipping the script on the Clown Prince. Batman's all about teaching lessons, urging the guy to prove that he's not a criminal and to show what being a hero really means. In a surprise turn, the henchman drops the gun, and Batman hands the Joker over to the Gotham PD. The next stop is Arkham Asylum, where the Joker's antics are on lockdown. Christmas in Gotham, right? Never a monotone moment, even on a holiday. Joker, Earth 22. Alright, so on Earth 22, the Joker's up to his usual twisted tricks, being Batman's longtime headache. But things take a seriously dark turn when he brutally kills the Daily Planet crew, including Lois Lane, who's more popularly known as Superman's wife. Yep, that's one way to really get under Soup's invulnerable skin. In comes Magog, a violent anti-hero type fueled by vengeance for Lois. Magog doesn't play by the superhero rulebook. He straight up murders the Joker in cold blood. And get this, folks, instead of the usually expected uproar and outcry, the public's actually cool with it. Magog walks away scot-free, acquitted of all charges. It's just another day in the wild world of Earth 22, where justice gets served in the most dark and twisted way. Joel Cryer, So, over on Earth 29, there's this wild Bizarro version of the Joker called Joe Cryer. Now, unlike the regular chalk-faced Joker we know, this dude's got a normal skin color. Go figure. Joe Cryer's part of the Legion of Fun, and they pull an actual villain move by capturing the super foes. Cue Superboy's brave, heroic self rolling in for the rescue mission. Joe Cryer's not one to sit on the sidelines. He jumps into the brawl, trying to crack a knock-knock joke. But in an unpredictable twist, he sneezes into a handkerchief, and bam, out comes a gun. Talk about a punchline. As for what happens to him later in the future, well, the comic didn't spill those beans. Guess we'll just have to imagine the bizarro chaos that followed him around. Batman. I, Joker. In I, Batman, there's this guy, Joe Collins, and he's probably related to the OG Batman or Joker, although we're not entirely sure yet. Anyway, Gotham City is in chaos with a bat cult led by a tyrant known as the Bruce. Joe decides to lead the resistance against this bat-crazy cult. His plan? Sneak into the cult's fortress through the Batcave, because, why not? They actually pull it off, but they get nabbed by the Bruce himself. Things take a dark turn when Joe gets a makeover, turning him into the cult's own Joker for some twisted religious event. But Joe's memories aren't entirely wiped, giving him a shot at escaping the situation. He regains some sanity, steals a hovercar, and heads back to the Batcave. There, he stumbles upon an old recording from the OG Batman, Bruce Wayne, passing on the Bat mantle in case Gotham ever needs saving again. Our boy Joe suits up in one of Wayne's old bat suits and takes on the Bruce. Joe wins, but before he can make the leader spill the truth about the cult, his own girlfriend kills the Bruce. Fast forward a bit, and Joe becomes Gotham's new Batman, with his girlfriend rocking the whole Robin gig. Mary Marvel, Christy Xanadu, and Laurie Lamaris, the anarchist Jokers from Tangent Comics. Picture this. Mary Marvel, Christy Xanadu, and Laurie Lamaris decide to team up and share this heroic alter ego they call the Joker. It's like a superpowered trio doing the superhero gig. The one with the bucks throws her fortune into backing up Joker with all the cool gadgets and tech they need. Team effort, right? Now, Lamaris is the one who really embraces the whole Joker vibe. The trio is doing their thing until, boom, post-human Superman rolls in, takes over Earth, and decides capes and masks are a no-go. Mary catches the wrong end of Superman's stick first, captured, interrogated, and heart-stopped. Ouch. Lamaris doesn't escape unscathed either. She does a 10-year stint in the slammer for her vigilante shenanigans. After getting out, Lamaris isn't feeling the whole Joker vibe anymore. No joy, no Joker. Instead, she picks up the mantle of the Manhunter, leaving the Joker persona behind. As for Xanadu, well, her fate's a bit of a mystery. Maybe she's off doing billionaire stuff, or who knows what else. So, that's the tale of these three ladies taking on the mantle of the anarchist Joker and facing off against Superman's not-so-super regime. Joker, Earth 3. So, on Earth 3, the Joker isn't your typical jokester, but more like the anarchy to Owlman's tyranny. These two are like the ultimate frenemies, with Joker pulling off criminal stunts to mess with Owlman's authority and the corrupt cops in town. Now, Joker's not just doing it for kicks. He's got this whole crazy act going on, making it seem like he doesn't care about the consequences. But deep down, the guy's actually torn up about all the innocent lives he's unintentionally messing with. Owlman's not having any of it, though. He's furious about the chaos Joker's causing, so what does he do? Throws him right into the propellers of a helicopter. Ouch. Talk about a dramatic exit. But hold up, when the multiverse gets a reboot, courtesy of The Source, and Earth 3 receives a facelift, Joker's back, but with a twist. Now he's known as the Jester, and he's one of the fallen heroes of Gotham, taken down by none other than Owlman. Life's a real circus in every universe on Earth 3, it seems. Joker, Earth 2. So, over on Earth 2, the Joker wasn't exactly living the good life. No, he was locked up in a stasis chamber at the Arkham base, courtesy of the World Army. The guy was a real piece of work, you know. Fast forward to the new Batman in town. This Caped Crusader broke into the base, but he wasn't feeling all that generous. Instead of giving the Joker a chance at freedom, he decided to go with a more direct approach. Pow! A hit to the head. No more Joker shenanigans after that. Batman wasn't messing around. Talk about a one-way ticket to hell for the clown prince of crime. The Joker. The Joker is a clown-faced nightmare who lives more in the Arkham Asylum than in Gotham. Dressed like a circus escapee, he's Batman's arch-nemesis who extremely enjoys creating chaos. A criminal genius with a twisted sense of humor and also a sadist. His crimes aren't motivated by money or power, they're a sinister act, showcasing life's pointlessness through pain and death. He can be both a ruthless trickster and mass murderer, depending on his mood or, rather, madness. He loves to fool around Batman. The Joker finds joy in tormenting him, sparing the Dark Knight but showing no mercy to Robin or Batgirl. His real name is a kaleidoscope of aliases: Jack Napier, Jeremiah Valeska, Arthur Fleck, and whatnot. Before the chemicals transformed him, he was just a small-time crook known as the Red Hood. In the villainous ensemble, he's been part of the Injustice Gang, Injustice League, and the Legion of Doom. The Joker made his grand entrance in Batman #1 and has been spreading his madness since then. Jokerro. Jokerro is a mashup between Sinestro and the Joker from Earth 32. This wildcard, born during the Infinite Frontier, isn't the Joker you know. Usually, the Joker is limited to spreading mayhem in Gotham City, but this one's got access to the interdimensional chaos makers, as he is with the bad guys known as Injustice Incarnate. Their mission is to keep the multiverse's worlds from merging. Jokerro's got many quirks, starting with a mental disorder, followed by his weapons, a yellow power ring, the bling that lets him tap into fear. With that shiny ring, Jokerro can whip up energy constructs and can even fly like a pro. Jokerzard. He's a psychopathic Dilophosaurus who loves to kill. This character has the essence of being the deadliest jungle predator and being a cold-blooded murderer. Due to his sadistic behavior, or rather psycho-ness, he enjoys the killings. He takes immense pleasure in taking down Batsaur and his mate, and has even killed Batsaur's parents. He lives by delusions, the delusions of being the Dark Embryo's chosen one, but he gets pissed after he misses the egg hatching. Gathering a dino army, he sets his sight on Metrargopolis, but thanks to Batsaur, the Dino Knight in a scaly cape, the day is saved. Meanwhile, Darkillicide devours Jokerzard and his legion of Doomsauria, gaining strength to challenge Earth's heroes. Eager to see what's in Jokerzard's toolkit? Well, being from the Dino family, he's got claws and fangs that provide him the edge, and a venom spit that's a deadly dino surprise. When it comes to skills, he's a dino street brawler and a water-loving menace. But let's not forget the cherry on top, a mental disorder that makes this dino drama even more unpredictable. Joker, the World of Tomorrow. The Joker from the World of Tomorrow is a criminal with a ticket to chaos. This guy strolled into the world of the night and got a makeover by the mutation maestro, Warden Luther. The mutation resulted into a drastic change. The Joker is not just a crook anymore, but a mutated monster. God knows what chaos he beholds. Talking about his arsenal, he's got fangs. That means one bite and knockout. One characteristic that remains constant is Joker's insanity. The Joker brings his trademark madness to the World of Tomorrow, making a physical threat as well as a mental roller coaster. His appearance in this avatar is worth mentioning, a look that gives you nightmares. Bianca Steeplechase. Let's explore the world of chaos with Bianca Steeplechase, a gangster with a flair for madness, aka the Joker. Bianca is the toxic temptress. She loves poisoning her cosmetics, from lethal nails to lipstick of doom. Leading her gang with an iron fist, she's a criminal mastermind, cooking up schemes to spread her influence and revel in the chaos. In the dynamic duo's final showdown, Bianca plays her cards and frames the billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne for the murder of Selina Kyle. She also plans the murder of Robin by delivering him a deadly kiss. With Bruce on the lam and Barbara teetering on the edge of a mental breakdown, an unlikely alliance is born. Bruce takes up the Bat Mantle, and the duo, now an unconventional team, sets out to restore justice. But what happens to Bianca Steeplechase amidst all this? After all, she's the one who caused chaos. Fortunately, or unfortunately, she's now passed away. All that's left is Mrs. Gregory Wilson, the mayor's new wife, stepping into the shadows of the chaos. Lloyd. Say hello to Lloyd, aka 27B12, a once-upon-a-time patient of Harley and Quinns, the mad therapist. In the universe that's called The Garden, Lex Luthor tinkers with ride-alongs, a chip that can convert anyone into Lex's hardcore follower, or rather lover in Lloyd's case. In one of the sessions with Lloyd, Harleen realized the ill effects of ride-alongs. She hit the panic button, setting Lloyd and the gang free, but not without a price. Their sanity got a makeover, and not the good kind. Now, liberated by Harley, formerly Harleen, Lloyd sheds his mental shackles and jumps into the freescape, joining the Gotham City Garage Gang. With Harley leading the charge, Lloyd becomes her right-hand man, adopting the alias Joker. A small pronunciation glitch later, and he's just Joker, in Harley style. Lloyd is a tech whiz with computer knowledge. He can make you dance with his digital mayhem. Joker 2, Gotham AD, the Joker of breaking glass. Meet John Kane, the high school hotshot from Gotham High, heir to the mighty Kane family. When boredom strikes this young John, he decides to trade in his arrogance for a new gig called the Joker. He cooks up various plans so as to eventually tear down Gotham City, one corporation at a time. None other than the mischievous Harley Quinn is dragged into John's wild schemes. John, in his Joker persona, is a maestro of deception. Smoke and mirrors his child's play for him. He's also mastered lying. Who knew lying would be a skill someday? He's a teenage tornado with a flair for chaos. So grab your comic books because the Joker of breaking glass is rewriting the rules, one mischievous grin at a time. Mayor Joker. Mayor Joker, the mastermind from a dark multiverse where villains are sassier than heroes. As Superman took over Gotham City, Joker was elected its mayor. Once, Mayor Joker and Batman went toe-to-toe, but the Gothamites, fed up with their so-called hero, rebelled. With Batman out of the picture, Mayor Joker took the throne and became the crowned ruler. He laid down the law, or rather, the lack of it. He also crafted a twisted game, turning citizens into makeshift superheroes. The twist was that they were the prey, hunted by the thugs ruling the streets. Noteworthy thing about him is his love for leadership, leading Gotham into uncharted chaos and, of course, a mental disorder, because what's Gotham without a touch of madness? Joker, deceased. Once, Gotham's hyper-violent, unhinged supervillain got transformed into one of the anti-living because of the dose of the anti-life equation. He's got zombie physiology that makes him a peculiar kind of undead. In this macabre story, Harley Quinn, with a shotgun in hand, decided to end the Joker and his chaos. A shot later, the Joker's laughter was silenced, but that was not the end. Jason Todd stumbled upon the lifeless Joker and got creative. The once clown prince became a hood ornament on the Batmobile, a bizarre posthumous decoration. Jim Gordon, always the voice of reason, convinced Todd to unclutter the Batmobile, especially when parking at a Bloodhaven orphanage to spare the kids from the sight, and that's how the Joker's laughter met an unsettling silence. Frederick Forbes. Frederick Forbes moonlights under the alias of the Joker, not in a criminal sense, but as a renowned comedian. In Gotham, Forbes takes the center stage by donning the classic look, white makeup and a green wig, and becomes the living embodiment of the Earth 1 criminal. Batman from Earth 1 stumbles upon Forbes in his clownish glory and mistakes the comedian for the criminal. The Caped Crusader leaps into action, assaulting Forbes and drags him to the GCPD headquarters. It's a classic case of mistaken identity under the Gotham City lights. Forbes' bag of tricks doesn't consist of toxic gas or maniacal schemes. His power lies in the art of acting, bringing laughter to the masses without the criminal chaos. Different Jokers appeared in live action. When it comes to live action Jokers, a diverse crew of actors has taken on the role, each bringing a unique touch to this iconic character. Going forward, we'll discuss some prominent ones. While these live action Jokers grabbed the spotlight, notable voice actors like Mark Hamill, Alan Tudyk, Troy Baker, Zach Galifianakis, John DiMaggio, and Kevin Michael Richardson have lent their vocal talents to animated versions, enriching the Joker's legacy across various media.
But I want to meet them face to face. I want to see the results myself.
Joker, Batman 1966 TV series. Cesar Romero was the OG Joker from the 66 Batman series, the one who didn't mind a good prank but wasn't big on outright murder. A noteworthy fact about him is that he refused to shave his mustache, giving the Joker an unintentional hairy touch between the white makeup. He tangled with Batman and Robin as a real troublemaker in Gotham City. We don't know much about his early days, just that he might have dropped out of high school. Batman once hinted he was a famous hypnotist before diving into a life of crime. This baddie was clever but morally loose. He pulled off all kinds of crimes, giving Gotham's law and order a real headache. The guy spent some quality time in Gotham State Penitentiary, but like a cat with 9 lives, he kept slipping away, sometimes even fooling everyone into thinking he changed his ways, until Batman and Robin brought him back, of course. Now, when it comes to strength, the Joker wasn't exactly Batman material, but he had his ways to deal with tough situations. He never played by any fair rules, hence, sneaky moves were his thing. The Joker was a genius in science and gadgetry. He cooked up all sorts of wild stuff, like a jelly-making formula and a whole army of lookalike robots. Romero's laid-back take on the Joker was a groovy fit for the 60s TV show, with less violence and more fun.
Jack is dead, my friend. You can call me Joker.
Jack Napier, Burtonverse. Jack Nicholson's turn as the Joker in Batman 89 marked a darker shift for the character. His real name was Jack Napier. He was Gotham's gangster, a walking nightmare. His anarchic portrayal set a high standard, becoming the benchmark for future Joker performances. With a flair for sadism and unpredictability, scarred and driven bonkers by a chemical mishap, his plan was to turn Gotham into his sick art gallery by unleashing his genius. Well, we all have a past, and so does Napier. Born in Brooklyn on October 4th, 1964, Jack had a rocky start. Emotionally unstable but wicked smart, he dabbled in art, science and chemistry, while embracing a life of violent crime. At just 15, he got slapped with an assault charge. Moving forward, Jack was now 26 and his partner in crime encountered the Wayne family, mugging them in a dark alley. What Jack didn't know was that his cold-blooded murder of Bruce Wayne's parents would set the stage for future chaos. Eventually, Jack faced the Bat and took a bullet to the face, ending up in a chemical vat. Presumed dead, he emerged reborn as the Joker. Sadly, his return in Batman Unchained was cancelled with the demise of the 90s Batman film series. The Joker may have met his end, but Nicholson's legacy lives on as the Joker who set the stage for all who followed. The Joker in the Birds of Prey TV series, 2002-2003. Roger Stoneburner's brief appearance as the Joker in the Birds of Prey TV series left a lasting impact, especially with Mark Hamill providing the voice. Stoneburner's Joker had a dark history. He put a bullet in Barbara Gordon, played by Dina Meyer, leaving her grappling with paralysis. This added a tragic dimension to Barbara Gordon's story, injecting a dose of drama into the series. Even though Stoneburner strutted around on screen as the Clown Prince of Crime, the real vocal cords behind the chaos belonged to none other than Mark Hamill. Yeah, the same guy who'd been lending his sinister laughter to the animated Joker for a decade. It's a symphony of mayhem and a live-action appearance with Hamill's voice echoing the madness.
The only sensible way to live in this world is without rules. And tonight you're gonna break your one rule.
The Joker in The Dark Knight. Heath Ledger's Joker was the iconic face of chaos in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight in 2008. Ledger's performance earned him a posthumous shower of awards, etching his Joker into history. He set the bar sky high for all who would dare follow in his cackling footsteps. In Nolan's Gotham, Ledger's Joker embodied a darker, more violent threat, tapping into the fears of a post-9/11 world personified by terrorism. The Joker became a symbol of anarchy, his chaotic unpredictability mirroring the unsettling realities of society. Tragically, before The Dark Knight's release, Ledger's life met an untimely end, a casualty of an accidental prescription drug overdose. The aftermath was a media storm, blaming his immersive method acting for the actor's demise. Reports circulated, painting Ledger's self-imposed isolation and in-character journaling as signs of a breakdown. Yet, insiders from The Dark Knight's production countered, emphasizing Ledger's pride in his work and the joy he found in the role. Heath Ledger's legacy lives on in the haunting brilliance he brought to the Joker. Suicide Squad and Snyderverse Joker. Jared Leto's Joker, introduced in Suicide Squad, was the wild card in DCEU's deck. He took a bold departure with a flashy tattooed appearance. However, mixed reception and minimal screen time left Leto's Joker as a divisive figure in the Joker lineage. Leto, known for his method-acting gusto, took the Joker's reign seriously, adding fuel to the fire that playing the Clown Prince could mess with your mind. He went through a psychological roller coaster, both on and off screen. He brought a saucy vibe to Joker's interpretation, an unexpected sensuous aura that left fans with a dilemma, as this was an unusual twist to the character. Critics played both sides. Some applauded Leto's dive into toxicity with Harley Quinn, while DC's loyal fanbase wasn't so easily swayed. Despite the chaos, or perhaps because of it, Leto's Joker made a cameo in Zack Snyder's Justice League, leaving fans wondering if this wildcard would shuffle back into the DCEU's deck.
What do you say, pal? I'll be your best friend.
Jerome and Jeremiah. Fans experienced a twin twist in Cameron Monahan's Wild Ride as the Joker. In Fox's Gotham series, Monahan donned two faces, Jerome and Jeremiah Valeska, the siblings sparking the Joker's flame. His dual portrayal of Jerome and Jeremiah played with the Joker's origin, keeping fans guessing until the series' end. Originally set to unravel Jim Gordon's early career, Gotham's narrative expanded, weaving in Bruce Wayne's youthful escapades across its 5-season spree from 2014 to 2019. The writers, hungry for Joker vibes, faced a timeline snag as Batman's arrival was a prerequisite for the Clown Prince's origin. They came up with this crazy solution and the Valeska twins, proto-Jokers landing on our screens. Monahan's role as a proto-Joker added a unique twist to the character, fitting for Gotham's alternate take on the Batman mythos. Monahan's double act hit the bullseye, winning hearts and earning him fan-favorite stripes. Adding an extra layer of intrigue, the notion of the Joker as a social influencer emerged. Gotham's finale raised eyebrows, mirroring real-world political unrest and leaving viewers pondering the impact of the series. The Joker. Joaquin Phoenix's standalone Joker film offered a psychological thriller approach, earning critical acclaim and a billion-dollar box office success. With its darker tones, Phoenix stood apart from traditional comic book adaptations. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker emerged as a cinematic force, breaking ground in 2019's Joker and reprising the role in the upcoming 2024 release, Joker: Folie à Deux. The film's commercial success and Phoenix earning an Academy Award spoke volumes. Joker received some mixed reactions, with a blend of praise for Phoenix's portrayal and criticism for its dark, nihilistic vibe and thin supporting characters. The Joker's origin story, a bleak masterpiece for some, was labelled mean-spirited by others. A musical twist awaits in the upcoming release in 2024, as Lady Gaga is promised to play in the role of Harley Quinn.
Hangs on the door. Lo and behold, it's the freaking Joker. He blows bus driver's head off.
The Joker in Batwoman. In CW's Batwoman, Nathan Dashwood took a fleeting yet impactful turn as the Joker. Flashback sequences unveiled a chaotic chapter where the Joker, portrayed by Dashwood, seized control of a bus carrying the young Marquis. Nick Cregan played Marquis, half-brother of Ryan Wilder, alias Batwoman. Marquis, inspired by the Joker's malevolence, embraced his legacy as a copycat villain, weaving sinister schemes parallel to his half-sister's journey. Nathan Dashwood, in his portrayal of the genuine Joker, added a cryptic layer to Batwoman's narrative. Unfortunately, the Joker's stint in the series was brief, a mere 2 episodes, leaving audiences hungry for more insight into this iteration of the iconic character. The Joker in The Batman. Barry Keoghan's brief but impactful appearance as the Joker in The Batman teased a new take on the character. The scars and mysterious allure left fans speculating about this iteration's future in the DC cinematic universe. Matt Reeves' The Batman introduced many fresh interpretations of iconic foes like the Riddler, the Penguin, and Carmine Falcone. All this adds a layer of unpredictability to Gotham's rogues gallery. On the screen, Keoghan's Joker weaves an ominous presence behind the cold confines of an Arkham State hospital cell door. The character's allure deepens as he entices the Riddler Riddler into a partnership building up the plot. While Keown's Joker in The Batman remains nameless, the distinctive laughter and subtle hints of a heavily scarred face offer clues to his true identity. Initially, speculation pointed toward the New 52 version, reminiscent of the Joker in Batman, Death of the Family, who removed his face as a macabre mask. However, the Batman's Joker reveals his deformity as a result of a congenital disease, carving his own unique path in the pantheon of cinematic Jokers. Different Jokers in animated adaptations. Joker in The Adventures of Batman, 1968-69. The Adventures of Batman propelled the iconic Joker into animated glory, where Larry Storch lent his voice to this symbol of chaos. The show ran for a year, from 1968 to 1969. That's when Gotham's Caped Crusader found a forever foe in the Joker, and together they created various animated escapades. Storch's vocal prowess brought Joker's animated incarnation to life, crafting a memorable symphony of laughter that echoed through the retro airwaves. This Joker, with his zany schemes and colourful antics, became a quintessential part of Batman's animated legacy during an era when comic book storytelling embraced the allure of animation. While the show's brief episodes may not delve deep into the psychological labyrinth of the Joker's mind, they encapsulate the essence of the character, a gleeful agent of anarchy with a penchant for elaborate schemes. The Adventures of Batman served as a whimsical canvas for the Joker's animated exploits, leaving a forever mark on the minds of viewers who witnessed the clash between the Dark Knight and his animated arch-nemesis. Joker in Super Friends. In Super Friends, the Joker's entry into the Legion of Doom was a saga in itself. Initially entangled in a web of legal limbo over character rights, the Joker's anticipated arrival left fans eagerly awaiting his debut. When the moment finally arrived, Joker, the agent of chaos, made his presence felt in Super Friends. As the master of disguise that he is, he slipped into the animated landscape. Frank Welker voiced this incarnation, infusing the character with a blend of whimsy and malevolence. Within the Legion of Doom's animated ranks, the Joker carved a unique space for himself, contributing his trademark flair for unpredictable antics. Most popular Joker in animated history. In the animated Batman history, none have painted the canvas of chaos with as vivid strokes as Mark Hamill's portrayal of the Joker in the series Batman, the animated series. Bursting onto the screen much like his comic book counterpart, the Joker's origin tale unfolded as a criminal plunged into a chemical bath at the hands of Batman, emerging as the clown prince of crime. Hamill, with his vocal finesse, created an animated rendition that quickly etched itself in the DC universe. His voice, dripping with maniacal glee and a touch of ironic humor, resonated with audiences, making Mark Hamill synonymous with the Joker. The animated Joker became an enduring icon, engaging in countless battles against the dynamic duo Batman and Robin, Dick Grayson. Hamill's performance transcended the boundaries of animation, earning him the status of the definitive voice of the character. Fans across generations consider his portrayal the gold standard.
Do I hit your kids?
Oh, actually I do.
Kill him!
Joker in the new Batman adventure. The new Batman Adventures, 1997 to 1999, ushered in a revamped era of animation, taking visual cues from Superman the Animated Series. Set 2 years post the capers of Batman the Animated Series, the dynamic shifted with Dick Grayson donning the Nightwing mantle, Tim Drake inheriting the Robin legacy, and Batgirl emerging as a more integral part of the superhero ensemble. Mark Hamill, with his iconic voice, reprised the role of the Joker, injecting new life into the character's animated escapades. The redesigned aesthetics mirrored the evolving narrative, ensuring a fresh take on the classic capers of the Clown Prince of Crime. Hamill's return to the microphone ensured that the Joker maintained his status as an intimidating foe, orchestrating chaos with that distinctive voice that had become synonymous with animated villainy. Through laughter and lunacy, Hamill continued to weave the animated stories of Gotham's most notorious jester, the Joker. Justice League Joker. In Justice League Unlimited, 2001 to 2006, the Joker emerges in the episode Injustice for All. As a wily veteran in the criminal arena, the Clown Prince positions himself as a senior advisor within Lex Luthor's Injustice gang. His cunning leads to putting up a trap, aiming to capture Batman and capture the Justice League. The Joker, devoid of superpowers but overflowing with madness, becomes a prime figure in the criminal machinations, showcasing his strategic capabilities. Returning with a maniacal vengeance in the wild cards, the spotlight shifts to the Joker. This time he forms the Royal Flush Gang, challenging the Justice League with a high-stakes game involving bombs scattered across the Las Vegas Strip. Mark Hamill once again reprises his role, infusing the animated Joker with his patent Joker voice. Joker in the Batman TV series. In the animated landscape of the Batman TV series, 2004 to 2008, the figure we all know and fear is simply referred to as Joker. This rendition presents a reimagining of Batman's formative years, offering viewers a fresh take on the iconic character. With untamed green hair, piercing yellow and red eyes, deep crimson lips, and a distinctive blue tongue, this Joker is a visual spectacle, embodying chaos with every appearance. A departure from convention, he often forgoes footwear, embracing a wild, unpredictable persona. When it comes to combat, the Joker in The Batman adopts a monkey fighting style, infusing his confrontations with a level of unpredictability that mirrors his own madness. The trademark Joker gas makes its presence felt, showcasing every scene as dangerous and in an eerie atmosphere. Armed with razor-sharp Joker cards, this portrayal of the character highlights the Joker's style for turning even the simplest objects into deadly weapons. Voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson, this version adds depth to the character's animated legacy.
But I'm about to make a real killing.
Friendly Joker. In Batman the Brave and the Bold, 2008 to 2011, the Joker takes on a friendly yet mischievous demeanor, voiced by Jeff Bennett. This animated variant draws inspiration from the Silver Age version, as envisioned by the talented Dick Sprang, offering a unique angle on the iconic character. In the episode Deep Cover for Batman, the Joker makes a memorable entrance as his Red Hood counterpart, sharing a narrative that explores his disfiguring accident in a chemical plant. Unlike the traditional storyline, this Red Hood transforms into an unexpected hero, leading a group of unlikely champions against the Injustice Syndicate. The misadventures continue in Death Race to Oblivion, where the Joker finds himself coerced by the Mongol into a high-stakes race involving a roster of heroes and villains. This race becomes a pivotal juncture in determining the fate of Earth, adding a dash of unpredictability to the Joker's animated adventures. In the episode Joker, the Vile and the Villainous, the spotlight shines on the Clown Prince of Crime here, as he has his own theme song, an unconventional departure from the norm where Batman typically steals the show.
Not for any of us!
Young Justice Joker. In Young Justice, 2010-2013, the Joker, voiced with a sinister touch by Brent Spiner, plays the key member of the Injustice League. This unholy alliance, featuring villains like Count Vertigo, Black Adam, Atomic Skull, Poison Ivy, Ultra Humanite, and Wotan, concocts a diabolical plan. Their scheme involves the strategic use of Cobra Venom and Joker Venom on mystic radioactively enhanced plants, transforming them into weapons of mass destruction. These deadly flora launch assaults on major world cities, creating chaos and panic on a global scale. Within the nefarious plots of the Injustice League, the Joker assumes a critical role by controlling the unleashed botanical menace. The animated series introduces a compelling mystery surrounding the demise of Jason Todd during the 5-year hiatus, leaving audiences questioning whether the Joker played a hand in the tragic event. In this avatar, the Joker showcases his ability to manipulate both minds and plants, adding an extra power or a skill to his animated persona. Joker in Justice League Action. In Justice League Action 2016, the Joker, once again masterfully voiced by Mark Hamill, reprises his role as the perpetual thorn in the Justice League side. This incarnation of the Clown Prince of Crime brings his signature blend of chaos and malice to the small screen. One standout episode, Missing the Mark, adds a delightful meta twist to the narrative. In a humorous turn of events, the Joker collaborates with the Trickster, both voiced by Hamill in previous portrayals, to kidnap none other than the real Mark Hamill himself while he visits Gotham City. This unexpected plot twist injects a playful dose of self-awareness into the animated world, blurring the lines between fiction and reality. The animated short takes an amusing turn when the Joker and the Trickster find themselves caught in the clutches of Swamp Thing, also voiced by Hamill. As Swamp Thing talks about how Hamill is a highly trained voice actor, the Joker chimes in with the befuddled query, "What's a voice actor?" This playful episode showcases the Joker's timeless appeal as a character, and also highlights the irreverent and self-aware tone that Justice League Action injects into the animated landscape.
You know, you're great. You're great. You do your thing, I do my thing.
Harley Quinn's Puddin'. In Harley Quinn 2019, another animated series that left a mark, Joker, given voice by the talented Alan Tudyk, stole the show. This time it's about both chaos and heartbreak. The series unfolds as Joker, in an act of betrayal, abandons Harley Quinn, leaving her to face the cold embrace of Arkham Asylum for 1 year straight. The turning point in the story occurs when Harley attempts to showcase the extent of the Joker's love, only to discover a shocking truth, that his devotion to Batman surpasses any affection he has for her. This heart-wrenching realization prompts Harley to break free from the toxic relationship with the Clown Prince of Crime. Opting for the path of an independent supervillain, Harley Quinn chooses to sever the unhealthy ties that bound her to the Joker. Throughout the inaugural season, Joker, now a member of the Legion of Doom in this alternate continuity, makes a cacophony of schemes to exact revenge upon Harley for daring to defy him. With Alan Tudyk lending his voice, Joker's antics continue to add a dynamic layer of chaos to the vibrant world of Harley Quinn. Underrated Joker. In the animated masterpiece Batman Mask of the Phantasm 1993, the Joker, once again portrayed with manic brilliance by Mark Hamill, emerges as an underrated gem in the Rogues Gallery. This cinematic venture delves into the origins of the Dark Knight and unveils the twisted genesis of the Clown Prince of Crime. It shows how the Joker's journey starts with his humble beginnings as a thug in the Sal Valestra gang, progressing into the maddened criminal we know. While the exact moment of his transformation remains a mystery, the narrative discloses a heinous act. the murder of Bruce Wayne's fiance's father, a transgression that displeased Valestra. Here, the Joker exhibits his signature lunacy, using his deadly Joker gas to dispatch enemies left and right. When the Phantasm, a mysterious vigilante, seeks vengeance on Valestra, the Joker, ever the agent of chaos, leaves a gruesome smile on his former boss's face. The Joker's macabre artistry extends to injecting his toxin into the Gotham councillor, connecting the dots to their shared mob past. In a final act of deranged defiance, the Joker vanishes into the shadows, leaving a legacy of destruction that culminates in the haunting demise of the old Gotham circus. Joker Jr., Timothy Tim Drake, the third Robin, embraced the thrill of adventure until a fateful encounter with the Joker left him scarred and changed forever. Growing up amidst Gotham's urban challenges, Tim's father, Shifty Stephen Drake, worked with Two-Face. Despite his dubious dealings, Shifty tried to protect Tim, even though he was hiding a dangerous binary chemical weapon. Because of the activities he was involved in, Shifty was killed in Metropolis, and Tim, now an orphan, crossed paths with Batman. Under Batman's wing, Tim's journey unfolded. One night, lured into a trap by the Joker, Robin was abducted and subjected to torturous days at the abandoned Arkham Asylum. The Joker sought to make him a twisted son, Joker Jr. Manipulated into trying to kill Batman, Tim turned the tables, ending the Joker's reign. The aftermath thrust Tim into a profound mental breakdown. Rescued by Dr. Leslie Tompkins, Tim spent a year recovering. Forbidden by Batman to resume his role as Robin, Tim moved on, starting a family and a new life. However, the Joker's hostility lingered. Unknown to Tim, a chip containing the Joker's consciousness had been implanted during his captivity, allowing periodic takeovers. As Joker DCAU 13, Tim, unaware of his alter ego, unknowingly aided the Joker's schemes through high-tech heists orchestrated by the Joker's gang. In a showdown with Terry McGinnis, the new Batman, the chip controlling Tim's transformations met its demise, restoring Tim to normal, hence finally bringing Joker Jr. to an end. Twisted Joker. In Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker, 2000, the Joker's legacy looms large, though he himself has been absent for decades. A gang called the Jokers worships him, and a skeletal figure adorned in the Joker's iconic suit stands as the warden in their initiation cave. This animated tale tells us a very unique narrative involving the Joker's demise, a revelation that unfolds 40 years into the future. Batman Beyond discloses a grim chapter from the past, how the Joker's death was witnessed by the Dark Knight himself. As discussed earlier, the storyline intensifies when the Joker masterminds the abduction of Tim Drake, formerly known as Robin, with the intention of extracting Batman's closely guarded secrets. Subjected to psychological torment, Tim is pushed to the edge of madness, becoming a crucial element in the Joker's ultimate scheme. In a grim turn of events, the Joker manipulates Tim to take Batman's life, only to unexpectedly reverse the script at the last moment, turning the weapon on himself. While the Joker's demise initially seems imminent, his malevolence endures through a final diabolical twist. A surreptitiously implanted DNA overwrite in Tim Drake serves as the Joker's encore plan, setting the stage for an unexpected return. This unforeseen development ensures that the Joker's legacy and threat persist even after his apparent demise.
I'm the only one who's gonna get what he wants tonight! Yes!
Joker in Batman Under the Red Hood. In Batman Under the Red Hood, 2010, the Joker plays an important role in the tragic events surrounding Jason Todd, the second Robin. Similar to the Death in the Family storyline, the Joker uses a cruel crowbar to bring about Jason's demise, adding another dark chapter to Gotham's history. Confined in Arkham Asylum, the Joker is later released by Black Mask, who seeks an alliance to eliminate the Red Hood. True to his nature, the Joker betrays Black Mask, creating a deadly scene on a bridge involving bound victims, a gas-fueled inferno, and the intervention of the Red Hood, setting Gotham ablaze. In a dramatic aerial confrontation involving Batman, the Joker, and the Red Hood's personal vendetta leads him to abduct the Joker, echoing the torment he endured earlier in the narrative. In a typical display of dark humor, the Joker mocks their shared history, including school bus explosions. Amidst all the climax drama, despite the destruction, the Joker survives, trapped beneath the rubble, and his maniacal laughter resonates as he returns to Arkham Asylum. The portrayal of the Joker by John DiMaggio adds a sinister brilliance to the character. Joker from Arkham. In Batman Assault on Arkham 2014, the Joker weaves a plot with deception and mayhem. Batman intervenes to rescue the Riddler from an assassination attempt schemed by Amanda Waller's covert Black Ops team. When failed, Waller assembled a crew of criminals including Harley Quinn, Deadshot, and Captain Boomerang, forming the infamous Suicide Squad. Their mission was to retrieve a vital piece of evidence, concealed with the Riddler's cane, within the walls of Arkham Asylum. Unfortunately, KG Beast faces Waller's brutal reprisal, resulting in death. This was a stark reminder of the consequences for defying her her authority. The Suicide Squad, then without KG Beast, plunged into the depths of Arkham, navigating its perils to unearth the coveted evidence. Harley Quinn and Deadshot encounter the Joker, locked within the asylum's confines. Deception weaved its web as Harley, seemingly bent on eliminating the Joker, engineered an escape. A gunshot tore through the cell wall, granting the Joker an avenue to freedom by manipulating the cell door's wiring. In this escapade, the Joker, portrayed by Troy Baker, adds another layer of intrigue. The Joker, as elusive and unpredictable as ever, orchestrates chaos in the heart of Gotham's shadows after his escape.
I hate you too.
I hate you more.
I hate you the most.
Lego Joker. In the Lego Batman movie 2017, the Lego Joker is the prime animated antagonist, bringing a comedic twist to the character. Voiced by Zach Galifianakis, this Joker embarks on a quest for vengeance against Batman. The film kicks off with the Joker feeling the sting of rejection when Batman dismisses him as an insignificant part of his life. Motivated by hurt feelings, the Joker crashes a gala, causing chaos that leads to his banishment to the Phantom Zone by Batman. Harley Quinn, undeterred by the setback, becomes an integral part of the Joker's plot for freedom. She pilfers the Phantom Zone projector, executing the first move in the Joker's grand plan. The Phantom Zone becomes the stage for the recruitment of other notorious villains, including General Zod, Sauron, Lord Voldemort, Agent Smith, the Wicked Witch of the West, and the Daleks. As the storyline moves forward, Batman and his allies are drawn into a battle to thwart the Joker's scheme to destroy Gotham. While the villains are vanquished, the film takes a surprising turn as Batman grapples with a revelation. The Joker is, in fact, the driving force behind his heroic endeavors. In this Lego-fied adventure, the Joker's comedic antics and quest for significance offer a unique perspective on the dynamic between the Dark Knight and his iconic nemesis. Marvelous verdict: in exploring this Jokerverse, we journeyed through some very chilling tales and came across a massive array of Jokers. Each one of them has their own quirky and bizarre backstory, from the killer Dilophosaurus Joker to Jokerro from Earth 32. The Jokerverse is full of surprises and full of deep layers waiting to be explored. This list is a brilliant display of the versatility of a villainous character you never knew existed. The creativity and the portrayal of each of these Jokers are simply proof of the brilliance of the colourful minds behind them. Most, if not all of them, have surely left a deep impact in not just shaping Gotham's history, but also in developing Batman as a character. I'm sure you picked a favourite by now. Do let us know which is your favourite Joker and why. Trust me when I say this, today's episode has merely scratched the surface of the Jokerverse, and there's so much more than what meets the eye. As we conclude this episode, we can't help but wonder how such a sadistic and evil character can be as popular as the hero himself. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.